You start your engine and suddenly hear a ticking or knocking sound coming from under the hood. Almost immediately, your mind jumps to the worst possible conclusion: the engine is failing. But before you assume that you need a complete engine replacement, understand that a lifter tick and an internal engine knock can sound surprisingly similar, especially when you are listening from outside the vehicle. However, they usually come from different areas, react differently when the engine speed changes, and point to very different repair costs. In this video, I'll show you how to separate a relatively minor top-end ticking problem from a potentially serious bottom-end engine knock without randomly replacing parts. Before performing any test, check the engine oil level. Park the vehicle on level ground, turn the engine off, and allow the oil to settle for several minutes. Remove the dipstick, wipe it clean, reinstall it completely, and then check the level again. If the oil is below the minimum mark, do not continue running the engine simply to investigate the noise. Low oil can starve the valvetrain, bearings, and timing components, turning a repairable problem into permanent engine damage. Add the manufacturer-specified oil gradually, but do not overfill it. Also, if the oil pressure warning light remains illuminated after startup, switch the engine off immediately. That warning may indicate a lubrication problem far more serious than an ordinary lifter tick. The first major clue is the character of the sound. A lifter tick is normally a light, sharp, metallic tapping. Imagine tapping a small screwdriver against the metal valve cover. The sound is usually rapid and precise, and it appears to come from the upper section of the engine. Because the lifters operate the valves, the ticking will normally increase in speed as the engine RPM rises. An internal engine knock, especially one caused by a worn connecting rod bearing, usually sounds deeper and heavier. Instead of a sharp tick-tick-tick, you may hear a dull knock-knock or clack-clack coming from deeper inside the engine block. It can sound like someone striking the block with a small hammer. The important distinction is tone. Lifter noise is generally higher-pitched, while bearing knock is lower, heavier, and more forceful. Do not depend on sound alone, though. The shape of the engine bay, plastic covers, exhaust shields, and surrounding components can reflect sound and make a bottom-end knock appear to come from the top. You need to determine where the noise is strongest. With the engine idling, open the hood and listen from a safe distance. Keep your hands, clothing, tools, and hair away from belts, fans, pulleys, and other moving components. If you have a mechanic's stethoscope, place its probe against several stationary areas, including the valve cover, cylinder head, timing cover, side of the engine block, and lower oil pan area. Never touch rotating components. If the ticking is clearly loudest through the valve cover, the problem is more likely connected to a lifter, rocker arm, camshaft, valve clearance, or another valvetrain component. If the sound becomes stronger along the side of the engine block or near the oil pan, you should be more concerned about a connecting rod bearing, crankshaft bearing, piston, or wrist pin problem. If you do not have a mechanic's stethoscope, a long screwdriver can sometimes transmit sound through its handle, but it places your hand and face closer to the running engine. A proper automotive stethoscope is inexpensive and much safer. Next, pay attention to when the noise occurs. A lifter may tick loudly during a cold start, and then become quieter after a few seconds or minutes. This can happen when oil drains from a hydraulic lifter while the vehicle is parked. When the engine starts, the lifter must refill and build pressure. Old oil, incorrect oil viscosity, restricted oil passages, or a weak lifter can delay that process. For example, suppose you start the vehicle after it has been parked overnight. You hear a light tapping from the valve cover area for 10 seconds, and then it disappears completely. That pattern is more consistent with temporary valvetrain oil pressure loss than a failed connecting rod bearing. It still deserves attention, especially if the noise is getting louder or lasting longer, but it does not automatically mean the engine's lower end is destroyed. A worn lifter may also continue ticking after the engine warms up. In that case, the sound will usually remain sharp and concentrated near the cylinder head. The engine might also develop a rough idle, misfire, reduced power, or a related trouble code if the affected valve is no longer opening correctly. On engines with manually adjustable valve clearance, excessive clearance can create a similar tick, even though the engine does not use a failed hydraulic lifter. Rod knock commonly becomes more noticeable when the engine is warm because hot oil becomes thinner and provides less cushioning between worn bearing surfaces. You might start the engine cold and hear very little, but after driving for 15 minutes, a deep knock begins to appear at idle or during acceleration. That cold versus hot change is an important warning sign. The way the noise reacts to engine load is another major clue. A lifter tick normally follows engine speed. As RPM increases, the tapping becomes faster, but it may not become dramatically heavier. A rod bearing knock frequently becomes more pronounced when the engine is placed under load, when you accelerate, or when the throttle is briefly opened and released. The knock may be especially noticeable as the RPM falls back toward idle. Do not repeatedly rev an engine that may have a damaged bearing. If you need to observe how the sound changes, use only a brief and modest increase in RPM. Aggressive revving can cause a weakened connecting rod or bearing to fail completely. It is also important not to confuse mechanical engine knock with combustion knock, also called spark knock or detonation. Combustion knock often sounds like metallic pinging or rattling during acceleration, climbing a hill, or driving in a high gear at low RPM. It may disappear when you release the accelerator. Possible causes include low octane or contaminated fuel, excessive ignition advance, an overheating engine, a lean air-fuel mixture, heavy carbon deposits, or a faulty knock sensor. A mechanical rod knock, on the other hand, is caused by excessive clearance in a moving internal component. Changing fuel may correct combustion pinging, but it will not repair a damaged bearing. If the sound happens only under acceleration and resembles several small marbles rattling inside a container, investigate combustion-related causes before condemning the engine's internal bearings. The oil itself can provide more evidence. Drain a small sample into a clean container or inspect the oil during the next oil change. Fine metallic glitter, copper-colored particles, or visible bearing material is a serious warning. Cutting open the oil filter with the correct filter cutting tool can also reveal metal trapped inside the filter. Avoid using a saw because the saw itself can create metal particles and contaminate the evidence. Metal in the oil does not automatically identify which component failed, but copper or bronze-colored material may come from a worn bearing layer. Silver-colored particles can come from several internal components. If significant metal is present and the engine is producing a deep knock, stop operating the vehicle and have the engine inspected before the damage becomes catastrophic. Oil pressure should also be tested if the noise continues. The dashboard warning light is not a precise oil pressure gauge. A mechanical oil pressure test can show whether the engine is producing the pressure specified by the manufacturer at hot idle and at a specified RPM. Low pressure could be caused by insufficient oil, the wrong oil viscosity, a restricted pickup screen, a worn oil pump, excessive bearing clearance, or severe internal wear. A ticking lifter combined with normal oil pressure points you more toward a localized valvetrain problem. Multiple lifters ticking together with low oil pressure suggests a broader lubrication issue. A deep knock with low, hot oil pressure raises serious concern about worn engine bearings. There are also several common noises that imitate lifter tick. A small exhaust manifold leak can produce a sharp tapping sound, especially when the engine is cold. Look for black soot around the manifold, cylinder head connection, or gasket area. Exhaust leaks often become quieter as the metal expands and seals part of the gap. A loose spark plug can create a similar rhythmic ticking accompanied by combustion gases escaping around the plug. Fuel injectors also make a regular clicking sound during normal operation. If every injector produces a similar, even click and the engine runs correctly, you may simply be hearing normal injector operation. A failing belt tensioner, pulley bearing, high-pressure fuel pump, purge valve, or timing chain component can also create a noise that is easily mistaken for a lifter. Before replacing a lifter, remove the engine's decorative cover if it can be removed safely, and compare the sound at the injectors, valve cover, exhaust manifold, timing cover, and accessory drive area. A technician may briefly remove the accessory belt and run the engine only for the manufacturer-approved amount of time. If the noise disappears, it is probably coming from a belt-driven accessory rather than inside the engine. Do not attempt this if you are unfamiliar with belt routing, and never operate the engine long enough to overheat it. If the evidence points toward lifter tick, begin with the basic causes. Verify that the oil level, viscosity, specification, and filter are correct. If the oil is overdue for replacement, change it and install a quality filter. Do not pour a thick additive into the engine just to hide the sound. An additive may temporarily change the noise without correcting a collapsed lifter, worn camshaft lobe, blocked oil passage, or inadequate oil pressure. On some modern engines, using oil that is too thick can actually delay lubrication and interfere with variable valve timing. If the tick remains after the lubrication system has been verified, the valve cover may need to be removed so the rocker arms, camshaft lobes, lash adjusters, push rods, and lifters can be inspected. The exact components depend on the engine design. A technician can compare valve movement and check for excessive clearance, a loose rocker, a bent push rod, a worn cam lobe, or a collapsed hydraulic lifter. If the sound is a deep knock from the lower engine, becomes worse when warm or under load, appears with low oil pressure, or is accompanied by metal in the oil, stop driving the vehicle. Continuing to operate it can allow the bearing to spin, damage the crankshaft, break the connecting rod, or punch a hole through the engine block. At that point, a repair that might have involved replacing bearings and machining the crankshaft can become a complete engine replacement. If this video helped, please subscribe to our channel for more diagnostic guides like this. And if your engine is ticking right now, watch this next video here, where I'll show you the other common engine noises that can imitate lifter failure and the checks you should perform before considering anything else.